Hey there, piano teachers, and welcome to this Piano Teacher book review. The book we're going to take a look at today is Toy Box by June Armstrong. This is a really engaging book, as all of June's books are, and the subtitle is Very First Pieces for Piano, so it's at a early beginner stage. Now, we'll say if you're going to expect students to read all of these pieces, they're going to need to be a little bit further along the journey. So it says from beginner to pre-grade 1 standard. That's how June classifies this. So I would call it a beginner to late beginner book. All of these pieces represent different toys, and they truly capture the child's imagination and curiosity, and start to allow them to express themselves in a way they can truly relate to. What's special about this book is not just the subject matter. That's special enough, but a lot of pedagogical material is actually about different child-related themes. What's special about June's books, and this one in particular, is that the music is not childish. It's very real. It uses rich sounds. It doesn't restrict them to simple melodies, because children can handle so much more than that, and they can really hear how building blocks are represented in various things and all of the other different toys. The other thing I love about June's books, and this one is no exception, is that she has notes about each one. I think this is a great thing about working with living composers, is that students can relate to them. You can tell your students that June lives in the UK. I'm not sure if she's in England or Scotland, but she lives over in the UK, and this is what she has to say about her different pieces. What do you think about them? So you're engaging the student with composers who are still alive and can be asked questions. I'm sure June wouldn't mind. So that's what's great about working with books like this. And this book in particular has such a rich range of harmonies as well to represent those different toys. Okay, so it's always so hard to choose my favorite pieces, but this is one of them. This is Building Blocks, which is one of the first pieces in the book, and it's obviously representing building blocks, and she has students put down the pedal for the length of the piece, and it goes like this. Okay, so it's a really steady beat. I mean, I've chosen a tempo there. I haven't actually listened to June play this. She may go much faster, she may go much slower, but she says carefully and steadily there. So I think she's right. Building blocks, it sounds like building blocks. And you see what I mean about the harmonies. She's not just staying in the middle of the piano and doing some basic melody. It's this beautiful pattern. But if you look at the pattern of the notes carefully, you've got a fifth, a fourth, a third, a second, and it just repeats that pattern. That's all that's actually happening. So I would definitely be teaching this by rote rather than by note, but it depends on the different pieces in the book as well, which way I would go on them. Let's look at one more. So this piece is called Train Set. It's another one where the pedal is suppressed throughout. That doesn't happen in all the pieces. I just happen to have picked a couple where it does. And she says at the top of this piece, start slowly and softly and get faster and louder. So it goes like this. Okay, super fun piece, and you can hear the trains, right? I probably didn't do it justice, but you get the idea, and your students will do much better with it. These pieces would be absolutely wonderful for a recital or anything else your student has going on. They're so interesting, so varied, and all produce these rich pictures and imagery for students. The type of student I would give this to would be, well, there are two real ways I could go. One would be if they're coming out of level 2, say in Piano Safari or another method book, and I feel like they need a bit of a sidestep before they head to level 3 or wherever else they're going. I think this would be a great one to fill in and do some lateral movement around that level. On the other hand, if I had a student who was doing very well, quite secure in level 2, and just needed some more variety, this would be great towards the beginning of level 2. More challenging pieces for them, but it would provide amazing variety. And it would actually be wonderful if I had a pair of partner students or a small group where one student really needs more of a challenge when it comes to rote pieces, and the other student really needs to focus much more on the rote pieces in level 2. This would be a great one to add to the student who's advancing more quickly in that one area. So that's who I would use this for. I'd love to hear who you'd use it for too, because it doesn't stop there. It's such a rich book, and I feel we could use it with so many different types of students. Okay, so you want to get your hands on it? You need to go to junearmstrong.com. junearmstrong.com, and of course I'll leave a link below this video. I highly suggest you check this out. June has full audio and videos on her website, and all her books come with audio downloads, which is super handy, especially when we're working by rote. I hope you enjoyed this review of Toy Box, and let me know if you have any questions about it in the comments.